Hi everyone and welcome to Surrendering with Sarit. I'm Sarit. Thank you so much for being into here today. You know how much I appreciate it. Like always, I'm very grateful each and every day for each and every one of you who is watching me. And last week, if you remember, we spoke about soulmates and what are soulmates and what are soul contracts that we have with other people in our lives and how it manifests in our lives today and how, as we journey with them through our lives, it helps us uncover our shadows, our triggers, our tikkun, if you study Kabbalah, whatever name you want to call it, to bring it to the surface and clear it. So if you missed that talk, it's the base for this talk. So I urge you, there it is, link on it, go watch it, and then you can come back today, because what I want to talk about today is how to learn life lessons with ease and grace. So we don't have to learn just through the pain and suffering. Did it ever happen to you that you feel like you're in some kind of a vicious circle, and every time a lesson keeps coming back, you keep repeating the same scenarios, either with different people in different places, but it's all have this reoccurring thing and you feel like you can't escape it? Then yes, this is your shadow, this is your tikkun, and you probably just didn't notice, ignore it, remove the people out of your life, trying to think that it will go away, but it doesn't. It just keep following you wherever you go, and it seems to be getting worse with time. So a more painful lesson on the same subject is appearing the next time that it's coming. So I'm here today to tell you how we can cut that circle, how we can try to learn with ease and grace and not just through pain and suffering. Because we know that pain is a great awakener. Pain is really a tool for us to bring into the surface all the things, because when we are in pain, we want to stop it. We start looking for ways. How can I solve this? Why is this happening to me? And this is exactly what happened to me during COVID. Why am I getting repeatedly sick? I'm doing all the great things. What is happening? What is the trigger? What is the underlying thing? And that's what pain does. But today we want to try and find, not through pain, through ease and grace. And I'm telling you here, this is absolutely possible. So if you try to look back on your life and see where did this life lesson start? It always starts small, with little irritating things. You are playing with your sibling and he is painstakingly building a big Lego thing, and he's putting all his attention and effort into it, and then you come and you accidentally knock it off and make it just fall. There are two triggers here. For example, if you are the one who is painstakingly building the Lego, you might have anger issues that you need to deal with, and your sibling is triggering that, so you can come up with it and start dealing with your anger issue because you lash out when something doesn't go your way. This is a small thing, right? And the sibling on the other side, maybe is struggling with not being seen, not being heard, some abandonment issues. So what is he doing? He's trying to knock out that Lego so he can be seen, so he can be heard. That's also ethical. So no one expects the 3-year-old, the 5-year-old to start looking at this thing and working on this thing, but that will give you a clue if you look back. And now if you repeatedly during your life, if you have anger issues and you are not paying attention and you're not looking at that, then it will grow, it will grow, it will grow, like we said, and this will keep following you No matter how many apartments you're gonna move, you possibly gonna have noisy neighbors, neighbors that are annoying you. You're gonna hear every leaf blower that is in the area. All these little things that are around you are gonna trigger you. And if you ignore it enough, then it will build up enough and grow enough until there is a very, very painful life lesson that is going to come to you. And we don't want that. We want to ignore that, right? That's what we're doing here today. Grace and ease, people. Grace and ease. And you know how it is that it's very easy for us, if you are a bit of an empath and you observe and you started your mindfulness journey, even if you're not, to look at other people, to look at your siblings, to look at your parents, to look at people around you and say, oh, this thing. You can easily recognize the trigger, you can easily recognize the tikkun. There's no chance in the phrase that is saying the pot calling the kettle black, because we can see it in others. It's hard for us to see it in ourselves. This is something that is happening very often, and I'm gonna tell you just now how you can take it and use it as a tool to actually help you instead of hinder you. So just hold on for a second. So now that we understand our purpose, which is to elevate our souls, find our triggers, clean, take out the garbage and do our tikkun, and our soulmate purpose, which is to help us do that, we get a very different perspective, gain a very different perspective in life. So now I can give you 3 practical steps of how you can use this to learn with grace and ease and to try to minimize the painful life lessons. You ready? Tip number 1. Identify your soulmate and your patterns. As early as possible, have a good look at your life. Like I said, go to your childhood, go to your teens, go to your 20s, and try to see what lesson is repeating for me. What am I doing again and again? Let me give you some example. I cannot get out of the rat race. I'm not being seen. People keep breaking up with me for no apparent reason. Abandonment issue. I keep breaking up with people all the time. I don't know what's happening to me. No one isn't good enough for me. Commitment issues. I keep changing apartments. I keep changing jobs. But I keep getting into angry people, noisy people, disruptive people. There's so much chaos. Anger issues, possibly. Just try and look at it. Try to observe it. Try to understand what is triggering it to you, and try to do it when it's small, before it grows and gets bigger and bigger. This is step number 1. Step number 2, pause. Always. And don't be reactive. Once you recognize it, oh, I got this lack feeling, I got this anger feeling, I got this abandonment feeling. What is it doing to me? What am I feeling? Let me pause. Don't be reactive. Don't go to my usual blowing off my handle or calling for help, or let me just sit for a second, observe it, and understand what is it that it triggers inside me, and just try not to be reactive. That's it. You don't need to find a solution. You don't need to know the answer. Nothing. Just sit and don't be reactive. And then step number 3, find your soulmate. Send it to them right now, 1 or more. You can identify as many as you need, and share this video with them. And ask if you can be an accountability partners for each other. Because like we said, the pot calling the kettle black, right? It's easy for us to see it in others rather than see it in ourselves. So let's get this little chink in the armor and use it for our advantage, and ask our soulmates to be our accountability partners. So being free and being easy to say, listen, stop, hold on. What you said right now really triggered something in me. Can we pause for a second? There's no judgment. Can we pause for a second? Let me feel that feeling. I want to feel this feeling, identify what it is, and let's together try and find out, why is this happening to me? So I can get all this garbage out and let go of it. Send it away from me. I don't need it. Because remember, we are souls. We are pure. We are love. We are kind. We are endless. We are beauty. We are grace. There's nothing really wrong with us. Inside, we are perfect. All the baggage and all the things that we came here with or we picked up along the way, it's not ours. This is our purpose here, just to let it go. Let it go. It's so easy. Once you know the game, once you understand the rule of the game, it's very easy to do. So share this with your accountability partner and let's do it together. And I want to leave you with that thought. The world is not against you. Life is not happening to you. Life is happening for you. And once you start believing, and once you get that certainty, as you practice mindfulness, as you want this moment to be exactly what it is and not something else, should have, could have, would have. No, this is it. This is the moment. I am in the now, and whatever happens is for my greater good. Once you actually start believing in it and practice it, then you understand that it's not against you. You understand that you have the control over your life. You are the driver. You're in the driving seat. You create your own reality. That's it, guys. I love you. I want to hear from you. What did you think? Did you choose already your accountability partner? Let me know. I wish you a beautiful holidays, a beautiful new year, and I will see you next time. Love and light. Bye-bye.